Got straight ahead, got my head in the game. With the red light on, I'm just waiting for the change. Keep my head down low.
So I think there's a few people in this world that if you want to live just a long life, you don't go up against these people. Now, one of these people at the top of this list, I think, would have to be Vladimir Putin. I don't see how you could go up against Vladimir Putin and expect to live. Uh, check out the track record. Yeah, you haven't got much chance of living. Let's go through this article together. The mysterious deaths of Vladimir Putin's enemies and critics. Beautiful picture of the man himself, who looks like he belongs in a wax museum. So you had earlier this month, obviously, the Russian mercenary chief, Yevgeny Prigozhin, supposedly, so he's the leader of the Wagner group, believed to have died in a plane crash. Mysteriously died in this plane crash. Russian mercenary chief Yevgeny Prigozhin, believed to have been killed in a plane crash north of Moscow on Wednesday evening. It's not been confirmed dead, but he was on the plane's passenger list. Russian authorities said there was no survivors. Obviously, he's not the first of Putin's enemies to suffer mysterious or near-death experience. Russia have also denied any involvement. Of course, they why would they? Okay. So you've got another. He's just the one. He's the latest one. One of Putin's enemies mysteriously dies. Allegedly, he might still be alive. Might all be faked. Alexei Navalny. He was poisoned in Siberia. He was Russia's most prominent opposition leader. Very dangerous role if you're in Russia. Alexei Navalny was flown to Germany in August 2020 for medical treatment after being poisoned in Siberia with what Western experts concluded was the military nerve agent Novichok. Russia denied any involvement. Of course they have. So then you had Sergei Skripal's. Okay, Sergei Skripal. He was allegedly poisoned with Novichok as well. So he was a former Russian double agent who passed secrets to British intelligence. Sergei Skripal and his daughter, Yulia, were found unconscious on a bench outside a shopping centre in the English cathedral city of Salisbury in March 2018 in England. They were taken to hospital in critical condition. British officials said they had been poisoned, like Navalny, with Novichok, a group of nerve agents developed by the Soviet military in the 70s and 80s. So Skripal and his daughter survived. Russia denied any role in the poisoning and said Britain was whipping up anti-Russian hysteria. Okay. Next one, Pavel Antov. His hotel death. So Russian politician and millionaire Pavel Antov had been critical of Putin's war with Ukraine. So June 2022, Russian media published a WhatsApp message attributed to Antov that said a Ukraine missile bombardment on Ukraine was terrorism. Antov took to the Russian social media network VK to deny writing the message, insisting that he supported Russia's special military operation in Ukraine. So in December of 2022, he died after reportedly falling from a hotel room in India. Of course, it's not the fall that killed him. It was that sudden stop at the bottom. The 65-year-old's body was found in a pool of blood outside his lodgings in the eastern state of Odisha, where he was on holiday with 3 other Russian nationals. His death came 2 days after another member of the travel party, Vladimir Bidanov, was found unconscious after suffering an apparent heart attack. Okay. So in September 2022, Ravil Maganov, chairman of oil company Lukoil, died after falling from a hospital window in Moscow. Again, he fell from the hospital window after he was pushed out by a couple of Russian army gentlemen. Two sources familiar with the situation told Reuters, confirming reports by several Russian media. But circumstances surrounding his fall were unclear. It's just a fall. Like I said, it's not the fall that kills you, it's that sudden stop at the bottom. Russian state news agency TASS reported the death as a suicide, citing a law enforcement source. In a statement, the company said he died following a severe illness. Okay. Next one, the Polish plane crash in 2010. Poland's president, Lech, I don't even know how to pronounce this, Kaczynski, okay, and 95 others were killed in the plane crash in Russia. Polish officials said the crash was a political assassination orchestrated by the Kremlin. Russia, again, obviously, they denied the allegations. 2022, a Polish government commission released a report alleging an intentional detonation of planted explosives caused the crash. Wow. Then you have the poisoning of Alexander Litvinenko. So he was an ex-KGB agent, outspoken critic of Putin. There you go. It's his first final mistake, I suppose. Died in 2006, aged 43, after drinking green tea. They love their poisoning. Laced with polonium-210, a rare and potent radioactive isotope at London's Millennium Hotel, British officials have said. Putin probably approved the killing. A British inquiry concluded 2016. The Kremlin, again, they denied involvement. Loved to poison. I remember seeing footage of this when he was he was fading away, this ex-KGB agent. Very, very devastating. It's funny how a few of these ones have happened in Britain, isn't it? So an inquiry led by a senior British judge found that former KGB bodyguard Andrei, I won't pronounce that, and another Russian, Dmitry, carried out the killing as part of an operation that he said was probably directed by Russia's Federal Security Service, the FSB, and main successor to the Soviet era KGB. Then you have this whistleblower who was killed while Alexander, how do you pronounce that? Perepilichny was found dead near her luxury home in an exclusive gated estate outside London after he had been out jogging in November 2012. The 44-year-old Russian sought refuge in Britain in 2009 after helping a Swiss investigation into a Russian money laundering scheme. His sudden death raised suggestions he might have been murdered. British police ruled out foul play. How many of these deaths have happened in Britain? The British police, they've ruled out foul play, despite suspicions he may have been murdered with a rare poison. A pre-inquest hearing heard that traces of a rare and deadly poison from the, Gelsemium plant were found in his stomach. But the British had already ruled out foul play. So he apparently enjoyed a large bowl of soup containing sorrel, which is a popular Russian dish. Russia, again, denied involvement. Then you had this journalist, Anna Politkovskaya, making a butchery mess out of these names, aren't I? She was shot dead outside her flat in Moscow in 2006 after returning home from the supermarket. She was a journalist who reported on human rights abuses and was critical of Vladimir Putin. Her assassination took place on Putin's birthday. It was like a birthday present for Putin. Her murder provoked an outcry in the West and underlined concerns about the dangers reporters working in Russia faced. However, British sources said that there was no signs of foul play. I'm joking. Crikey. Well, a couple of things you learn from this report is, one, Britain's, if you've made an enemy in Russia, Britain's not the place to go if you want to actually live. And most importantly, don't make Vladimir Putin your enemy. The other two people who I would steer clear of making my enemy is Hillary and Bill Clinton. Their death list, the people who have been found dead on their list of friends, supposed friends or associates, acquaintances, makes Vladimir Putin's list look tame. And Vladimir Putin, if you're his enemy, if you have anything to do with speaking out against him, you're just very likely to end up dead. But hey, that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think. Thanks for listening to The Slippery Slope.
They just fuel a desire that will take me higher. I'm on fire because nothing's gonna bring me down. Nothing's gonna bring me down. Nothing's gonna stop me now. No more deals to be done. No more selling out my soul just to focus on the goal. Nothing's gonna stop me now. Nothing's gonna hold me down. Got my eye on the prize. Gonna set on the clouds and tears on side. Nothing's gonna bring me down. Nothing's gonna stop me now. No more deals to be done. No more selling out my soul just to focus on the goal. Nothing's gonna stop me now. Nothing's gonna hold me down. Got my eye on the prize, gonna set